You know what? The pressure is mounting for both countries, and once you put your flag on, your country's flag on. But I think that there's a few players that are going to take this a little bit further, and the pressure will be on them. And I'll start with number 5, and I think the pressure's on Cale Makar, because one of the things that Canada kept saying is, we lost, we didn't have our rushing defenseman, we were playing the perimeter, we didn't jump into the play type thing. So now Cale Makar is in the lineup. There's no excuses about him not playing. So I think there's going to be a little bit of pressure on Cale Makar to do what he does, and if he does what he does, we hope the outcome is going to be right. Number 4, I'm going to an American. I'm going to Austin Matthews, and the reason, and he's played great defensively, but the Americans have only scored 3 goals in their last 2 games, and Austin Matthews hasn't gotten any of them, and he was the leading scorer, NHL goal scorer in the league last year. So I think they're going to need Austin Matthews to participate in this and score a goal or 2 for them to win. I truly believe that. I think the Canadians can shut down an awful lot of people, but if Austin Matthews is at his top and gets a goal or 2, it's going to be very difficult for the Canadians. Number 3, to me, he's noted as the best player on the planet, and this is the biggest game maybe other than Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals, but he's playing for his country. So I got to believe the pressure is going to be on Connor McDavid to deliver. This is the kind of game, this is the kind of moments that you look for the best player on the planet to come up and play the best and to contribute a goal or 2, a couple of assists, but be a difference maker in the game. If Canada's going to win, they're going to need their best, and that's Connor McDavid. He's going to have to be at his best on Thursday night, as all Canada will be watching, and he's got to be the one. The most pressure is always on the goaltenders. At number 2, I got to put the pressure on Connor Hellebuyck. He's coming off of what he would describe as a very poor playoff last year. He's got a chance to be, again, a huge difference maker here, and it always comes down to the goalies. So the pressure's on Connor. If he doesn't have a good game, is he going to think something going into the playoffs? I don't know. But tomorrow night, Connor Hellebuyck, if he comes up with a great game, everybody will say he's the goalie, and that can lead Winnipeg to the Stanley Cup, plus the Americans to the Four Nations Championship. So I think there's a lot of pressure on Connor Hellebuyck tomorrow. Hey, and at number 1, listen, they've talked about it when they first made the teams. They talked about it during the first couple games. They talk about it every time he makes a mistake. The pressure's on Jordan Binnington, and I think this is what they've been saying, that's Canada's weakness all the time, but he has won a Stanley Cup. He has won, when he started his NHL career, he won 10 in a row. This guy, under pressure, listen, if it wasn't for him making that save in overtime, would Canada even be here? So the pressure's on him. He loves the pressure. I think he's going to be great, but definitely we're going to be watching him, and depending on how he plays is going to be how a lot of the rhetoric goes on Friday morning for Team Canada. So the pressure's on Jordan Binnington. I'm sure he's going to come through.